Hi guys, this is Amalia from Crafty Dream Studios, back today with another project. Today we're going to be working with contour inks. Now our inks are permanent. You do have to set them though, that way they can go through the wash and they will not come off. I will be working with gloves today because I can get very messy and I want to make sure that I have easy cleanup. Okay, let's get started. First of all, we need to write back on the back of our carrier sheet. And this one says fabulous. So I'm going to go ahead and write fabulous on the back so I know what goes where. Okay, so remember we take the carrier sheet, we pull it away from the transfer. Then we have to fuzz our transfer. That just means that we're going to take away a little bit of the stickiness. And so you do that on a towel. And let's see, where do I want this? I think right about there. That looks good. Make sure I have it straight. Perfect. Okay, I'll also be adding some lips right here underneath the fabulous. I think I'm going to kind of angle them like that. So I'll be doing that after this one. So let's go ahead and write back. And I'm going to put lips. Okay, so this one will be ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and pull it off the carrier sheet and place it on my towel. That way when I'm ready. Okay, so I got nice contact. And I was thinking of doing fabulous in this beautiful gold. And then the lips in this purple to kind of go off the lighter purple on the bottom. So let's see how this turns out, this color combination. Okay, we're going to mix up our ink like this. Now the ink, the consistency of the ink is a little thinner than the consistency of our chalk paste. Okay, so I'm going to get my gloves on. Like I said, I tend to be a little messy. Okay, and I think one will do it. Let's get some of our ink and put it on. And once again, I'm going to start off in a corner and then work my way across. Now, if you want to make sure not to go off the edges, because remember this one is permanent, you might want to use like the purple tape or the blue tape, the painter's tape, and tape off around to make sure that if you go a little bit off, you don't stain your whatever project you're working on. I am going to be very careful in hopes that I don't do that. Ooh, hold your breath for me. Hold your breath. Oh, I don't want to have to. There we go. And I'm just taking off the excess. And I'm going to use a paper towel to kind of take some of this off, just to make sure I don't go off the transfer. There we go. Okay, now for the reveal. Let's take a look. Y'all ready? Here we go. Remember, pull from the corner just to get to the middle and then pull straight across. Oh, look at that. That came out fabulous. I love it. All right, let's put, remember, transfer. You put your transfer in water. That looks fabulous. Ooh, and lucky me, it did not transfer to the back. Which reminds me, we do have contour ink pads. Okay, this is the big one that I cut, and it's 23 by 11. So you can cut it up to make it fit whatever size of your project. And so this way it keeps your fabric from moving and gives you good contact. Plus it protects your, for example, some of our inks might bleed through to where it gets the back dirty. I looked at and it did not, but this purple is a bit bright. So I'm going to put that in there just to make sure it's a sticky mat. It helps keep your project in place. And let's see, I'm going to put the lip, I'm going to put the lips right here. Now, the reason I'm doing them here, I had said I had what's going to kind of put them off to the side, is because you would have to get this dry for it not to, for the paint not to stick to the back of your transfer. So I did not set up my little heat tool, and you can dry it with, if you have a heat tool, if you have a blow dryer, it's just to get it dry enough so that you can place another transfer and it won't pull up. So you do have to dry it before placing another transfer on top. So I'm just going to do it down here, far away from the fabulous, so that I don't mess it up. And now, oh, look at this gorgeous purple. It is so pretty. Let's see how these lips, these bold lips come out. Okay. Get my mess out of it. Oh, see, I told you I was going to get messy. That beep you hear is my easy press, which I'm going to be using to seal this. You do have to seal it in order for it to be permanent, and it can go, I mean, it is permanent, but it can go through the wash, and all right, remember I said that if you wanted to make sure that you don't go off the transfer, then you can tape this off, but I'm just going to be very careful. And get this on here. Woo. Turn it this way. Make sure I'm getting every piece covered of the lips. Like this. Okay. Then I'm going to use my, clean this up. That's a beautiful purple. And take the excess off. Make sure I have good coverage. Okay, now let's see what it looks like. Let me close this up. If not, I'll be sticking my finger in that for sure. See what I mean? I get messy. All right, let's get this. And the thing is that you have to be careful, because if you have ink on you and then you accidentally touch your project, that ink is going to transfer onto your project. Remember, I pull up from the corner just to get it going. Then I, look at those lips. That came out so good. I love it. Ah, gorgeous. Okay, so at this point, you would need to let this either air dry, or like I said, you can use a blow dryer, or if you have a heating tool, to dry it completely. And then you have to set it. You can set it with an iron. You do 4 minutes on this side, Or you can also set it with an easy press if you happen to have one. And that's it. Project is complete. You just have to seal it. And then after that, it can go through the wash. Just make sure it's completely dry. And then, as I said, use an iron or an easy press if you have one to seal it permanently. See, and this mat is so good. It's so sticky, and make sure it keeps your project in place. Remember, you can take this out before you seal it using an iron or the easy press, because it will melt. Okay, then put that back, keep it covered, and there you go. I just love it. It came out gorgeous. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this project, and make sure to subscribe and come back to see other projects that I'm going to do very shortly.